1860, Greensboro, Woolworth's lunch counter.
4 African American students sat in the diner, where they quickly refused service. Instead of leaving, they sat in the restaurant peacefully and patiently waiting to be served. During these sit-ins, and participants were often beaten or abused. No matter what happened, the participants never retaliated, simply sat and waited. Police were constantly called, arrested some participants. When demonstrators were arrested, more participants would come and sit empty-seated.
After the first popular sit-in, others were inspired to participate in the sit-in movement. By the end of March 1960, the movement has
In
spread
1960,
to 55
Martin Luther
cities
King
and
Jr.
13
sponsored
states.
a meeting with students to talk
While
about
many were
strategy.
arrested
They formed a
for
group called
trespassing,
Students Nonviolent
disorderly
Coordinating
conduct,
Committee,
or
or
disturbing the
SNCC for short. The
and that caught attention of the national
SCNCC
media.
would become one of the many organizations for the future sit-in movement. Sit-in campaigns or student sit-in movements was a wave of sit-ins following the Greensboro sit-in on February 1st, 1960 in North Carolina. The sit-in movement employed the tactics of non-violent direct action and was pivotal events during the civil rights movement.
In October 1960, Atlanta students convinced Martin Luther King to participate in the sit-ins at Rich's, a local department store. Martin Luther King and approximately 300 students were arrested. The students were later released, but Martin Luther remained in jail, while Georgia state officials determined whether his sit-in arrest violated probation conditions. King was received months earlier after driving without a driver's license. After being sentenced to 4 months of hard labor at Georgia State Prison at Reddsville, presidential hopeful John F. Kennedy and his campaign manager and brother Robert Kennedy helped secure Martin Luther King's release. Their intervention in the case helped contribute to Kennedy's narrow victory over Richard Nixon in the presidential election.
Go.
In conclusion, this is what happened in the sit-in. The sit-in is still a diner today for any race to go to.
Thanks for listening to our
Don't forget to
presentation.
subscribe to my YouTube
Oh,
channel.
Ryan. Okay.